that were involved all the way along to try to hammer this much together. Takes care of three major issues. My only question would be the utility easement. I mean, that's part of the report. That's something that would be part of a future discussion. It's one of those, I mean, even if we work through these three major issues, I mean, it's still people working together. There's going to be little things that are going to come up, but hopefully that will all be resolved by talking, but we'll still have that utility easement piece that may need to be worked on in the future.
Through the Deputy Mayor John. The people that have the access rights, I believe that's your words. Will they be getting it put on their deed if they have access? And who will be paying for that?
Depending on how we do it, there's a lot of people who are members of the association in Heron Woods. There are some residents who aren't members of the association. We still need to, we can address the way the legal system, the registration system set up for $70 registration plus the legal fees, whatever that is, a few $100 each. They can register the majority of those easement rights on all the deeds. We might have, if we can get the people that aren't members of the association to collectively sign a paper that says they'll go together. I'm not sure how many it is, 20 or 30, maybe more, I'm not sure. Get them to sign a paper that they do it, or we might have to do it smaller groups or individually, but it's a nominal fee for doing that.
Okay. Anywhere else, though, I guess there's no question.
Well,
we haven't figured that out yet.
Well, that's one thing we're recommending is that the municipality play a role. I don't think it's big dollars. We were concerned early on. I think we set an upset limit for the municipality of 10,000 because there were some pretty complex methods. Originally, it was going to have every property was going to have to be done correctly. Yeah, almost.
I do have a question. On the August 9th memo, it stated that Beach of Pines would cover all the municipality's cost, purchase, and legal. And in the memo we received with this agenda, it says that it's up to a limit of $10,000, and that the legal fees currently stand at $16,000. And then there's also the additional cost of $2,000 plus cost for the easement registration, and also the cost to the smaller portion of Huron Place, which was $54.77, has not been covered off either. So I'm just wondering, it looks like, I guess my concern is primarily that the other members of the municipality are not in any wise subsidizing these arrangements because they're not the beneficiaries of this at all. So can we be sure that the other members of the municipality are not subsidizing this?
Well, I think the approach being taken is that it's one municipality. There's an issue that's we're trying to resolve in a specific area. And what I tried to indicate was that proportion of the residents of these areas pay their fair share of their taxes, don't draw expenses from us for maintaining us. And so it was considered a reasonable offset previously that we would play a role in offsetting the legal costs.
You've never seen a real total what the expenses
No, because it's very much one of a work in progress. We do know what the transfer of that little stub road portion at the end of Huron Road Street is. Then we get our standing of legal costs at this point in time. This doesn't include what's the Beach of Pines homeowners association have incurred in legal costs. Our costs have been total of $16,000, and we're picking up that additional our additional. We're not picking up any of Beach of Pines legal costs for that, other than the difference in that. We estimated that we said we'd cover up to 10 of those costs, and we're at 16. So it's an issue for council whether that 6 is.
Deal breaker.
Can I move an amendment to the motion? If the motion is just to receive the report, can it also ask that staff be directed to take the necessary action to implement the actions.
Want me to friendly amendment to that? Okay. To proceed with the implementation of the measures that have been identified in report number, or dated, report number 452011 on Thursday, August 18th, 2011.
Okay, that's,
That's a friendly amendment.
you agree to that?
I agree with that.
And Doug as well? I believe you spoke, Doug identified as a seconder for that, yes. Okay, yes, okay. Let's call the question. So all in favor? Opposed?
I'll leave them there, we're doing pretty great.
I'm going to call us back to order. I know John's not here to talk to this economic roundtable, this report, but 6.5, CAO report 46, economic summit. You're on. The economic summit. Questions for the report? They're asking for review and direction. Councilor Owen, hand up first.
Okay, well, this is something the whole economic development discussion is going to identify as a priority. And certainly a roundtable, as described here, is an excellent first step in bringing people together. Just like Sunday Lantern Economic Partnership came and gave us a little education, if we bring a large group together, we're going to need to do some education before any kind of breakout sessions. So the idea of having both of those organizations make some kind of presentation and then continue on as we've done with other breakout workshops, doing the SWOT analysis, whatever it is that we do. It will likely take more than one session, and it will take some work from all of us to communicate out there to all of our groups and organizations and get all of our sectors on board, agriculture, tourism, and our core downtown representatives. So it's a great starting point, and it's something that we've all said we need to move forward.
The last paragraph talks about in the Thomas Hall. I'm thinking mid-October sort of thing, by the time we can get started. October, November. Any motion?
Well, I was just wanting to comment too. I want to say we got to start somewhere, and knowing where to start is almost impossible because it's massive. And there's going to be spin-offs and all the rest of it and connections. So I make a motion